Everyone, so in today's video we're going to do something a little bit different from what we normally do. Instead of me coming in with this script and whole essay long video, I'm just going to talk about how I feel with Dead by Daylight, especially more recently. Now this actually is more personal. It has nothing to do with the horrible launch of the Walking Dead chapter, but more of just my general Dead by Daylight fatigue. Now, I'm sorry for the background footage of being a bot match, but I'm sorry. I tried playing Publix. I'm not fucking doing it. Okay, I'm just not fucking doing it. So I'm gonna make this video with this gameplay just to kind of talk about it. So what's my problem? What's the issue? It's fatigue. Like I don't know what other way to say it. I have been playing Dead by Daylight pretty consistently since chapter 5, which was the Huntress, which was like almost fucking 10 years ago. So I've been there for, what was it? Nightmare of Elm Street, Saw, Curtain Call, Shattered Bloodline, Darkness Among Us, Demise of the Faithful, fucking Ghostface, Stranger Things, Cursed Legacy, Chains of Hate, Silent Hill, Descent Beyond, Binding of Kin, All Kill, Resident Evil, Hellraiser, Portrait of a Murder, Sadako Rising, Roots of Dread, Project W, Fortune Fog, Tools of Torment, End Transmission, Alien, Chucky, All Things Wicked, Dungeons and Dragons, Castlevania, Doomed Course, Tokyo Ghoul, and Five Nights at Freddy's, and all that extra shit, right? I have seen the game's meta shift so many fucking times. I've ran the most meta slave. I have run the most degenerate. I've like tried to run nothing to have fun. I don't know. I've been through it all. At the end of the day, I try to get excited for these new chapters. I remember with Alien, I was so excited for Alien. I actually like stayed up all night. I was so excited. And the only reason I stayed up all night for the Alien chapter, PTB, was because I thought we were going to get Nostromo, like an indoor space map. And I thought like the exit gates. I was like, oh, how's that going to work? That's so cool. The idea of that kept me up that all night. And when I saw that map, I got so disappointed. And I remember I loaded into my first map and I got fucking Eerie of Crows against Xenomorph. And I was like, okay. And I just was looping Xeno around Shaq. And I'm like, you know what? This is all it ever is. It's just running the same killer no matter who it becomes. If it becomes Chucky or if it becomes the twins or Trickster or fucking Houndmaster, you know, it's all the same thing. Just each of them has a different unique power. And that's also something I want to get into. But the thing is there becomes a time where these really, really unique killer powers kind of stop getting unique. And I understand that because, you know, we're getting around to the, 40 killer mark. They're going to stop getting unique. And I would definitely say they stopped getting unique. I want to say probably around Portrait of a Murder. I feel like after that point, when I'm explaining killers to other people, it's more easier just to say of what they're a combination of, especially more recently, where Springtrap is obviously just a combination of, Huntress and Xenomorph and kind of Sadako. Then you have the Ghoul, which is Blight and Nurse's love child, which is fucking insane. And you have the Houndmaster, which is basically just kind of like close range Huntress, kind of like Pinhead 2, kind of. And you can make the argument going back pretty far, but more recently, it's just like it's just an overlap. No power is kind of unique, and I understand why. But man, is it just like ugh. And I really, really love when we get those super unique killers. For example, I was getting so burnt out of the game around, after dealing with Fortune Fog and Tools of Torment. I liked End Transmission and Alien, but Alien kind of let me down. But Chucky, being one of my most dream licenses in ever, totally revitalized my love in the game. I was playing the shit out of the Chucky chapter. I remember it totally revitalized DBD, mostly because his third person, it was just such a new way to play killer that it was so cool that honestly, I would say that I loved the game even more after Chucky was added. But here we are with Springtrap, where he's one of my most requested killers of all time. He's one of my dream licenses ever since I started playing Dead by Daylight. My licensed dream list, no matter how unrealistic it was number 1, I wanted Saw, number 2 is Chucky, and number 3 was Springtrap. And no matter how long it was going to take, all 3 of them are here now, and that's fucking awesome. But after getting Springtrap, I should be the happiest, but I don't know. I can't play the game, especially due to being a killer main as well. I definitely say I play both sides, because I understand like the survivor frustrations. Like I understand why killers camp and tunnel and have to resort to those things as being a killer main while playing survivor. So I don't really get nearly as frustrated with those things. But when it comes to killer, it's just how many times can I kill the same survivors? How many times do I have to deal with the same perks? It's like it's this pool of like 200 perks and you see the same 10 every single time. And yeah, it's cool to play Chaos Shuffle every time it comes around and stuff. But like there's no real incentive for me to play Dead by Daylight. I have every perk unlocked on every character in the game. I'm like what four and a half P100s, and there's still no rewards for doing that. And it's just all I'm doing is getting blood points to level up, and I've done it enough. And I would say I have a total of about 5,000 hours just in the game in general, shared across like PC and PlayStation. And here's the crazy thing. I platinumed Dead by Daylight on PS4. I platinumed it again on PS5. And then on Steam, I basically unlocked every Steam achievement again. I mean, there's some that I didn't go like get, but I basically got all the adepts and all the regular ones. I just don't care enough for the other ones. But I unlocked every other achievement like 2 other times. It's kind of like hard to kind of really want to do it for the 3rd time too. And I've put a good amount of time into like I'd say every killer. I remember one time like a few years ago I really wanted to learn Nurse because it's like, oh, Nurse is the best killer if you really learn her, but she's so hard to learn and you really got to master her. I'm gonna keep it honest, give it like 10 matches honestly. Figure out how long that blink distance is, really get a hang of it, and that's it. That is it. There is way more complex things that you can learn on other killers, and I think Nurse gets way more credit. She is way too easy for how good she is, and I just think the fact that she stands in the way that she still does is kind of insane, because I can turn my brain off, I can run Nurse training wheels build, and I'll win every match. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to have fun doing that. The survivors aren't going to have fun going against it. So instead of playing Nurse and winning every match, I want to play some of the more unique killers that offer more unique gameplay, like Chucky's third-person camera angle, Dredge's Nightfall mechanic, and Pig's reverse bear traps are the most intriguing things to me, and that obviously explains my P100 list. But these extremely unique killers are kind of far in between, and when I try to turn to the more modern and recent killers, because they have such cool powers, but they're always just such an overlap. Like I mentioned earlier, Houndmaster really just kind of feels like a close range artist to some extent. Kaneki obviously being the love child of Blurt. Fucking sorry. Being the love child of Blight and Nurse is fucking insane. And Springtrap obviously just kind of being Huntress Xenomorph is, kind of me. But I still think the power's cool for him. I still stand on that. But it's not engaging enough for me. And even when I go to play Survivor, I got my beautiful P100 Dwight, and I'm not playing solo queue. That's a dreadful experience, and I put too much solo queue Survivor to know that's horrible. And I play with my friends, and all it boils down to is finding out who the seeing what horrible map we're going to first and foremost, seeing what killer, and then it's kind of finding out which perks he has out of like probably the pool of 20, and it's just like, yeah, that's kind of it. And at the end of the day, I'm just looping the same killer around the same palette, around the same crates. And all I have to do is dodge unique power, and I think that just kind of gets boring eventually, especially after like 9 years. But obviously I'm not done playing Dead by Daylight. I put a lot of time into this game. I still love it to death, and I'm a huge fan of the horror franchise. And obviously this isn't going to change anything regarding my YouTube channel. I'm still going to put out the chapter retrospectives because those are fun videos to make looking back at the past of Dead by Daylight. But more recently, I genuinely cannot bring myself to actually play the game. I'm a huge fan of it, but I just can't play the game. And it doesn't help that this community, like the Dead by Daylight community, and not speaking for everyone, but like some of the people in it and some of the groups are just not good, and definitely puts a horrible, branding and light on the name of the community. I can especially name one instance. I think during the anniversary event, a dev very lightheartedly, because of all the hate around Skull Merchant, said, yeah, I don't like Skull Merchant either. I thought that was funny. As a Skull Merchant hater myself, I thought that was comical. But I think someone ended up doxing them. So yeah, that's kind of, the community, and it's kind of like hard to be like, wow, yeah, this is also the community of the game I play. It kind of fucking sucks. But obviously it doesn't speak for all of it, but man. And Dead by Daylight has a very big place to me, obviously being one of the main games that I played part of my Nightmare Blunt rotation, which was Apex Legends, Dead by Daylight, and Rainbow Six Siege. And after watching Apex become a glorified shot more than a video game, and Rainbow Six Siege making me want to kill myself every single time I loaded into the game, Dead by Daylight was kind of it. And now Dead by Daylight is kind of not super as fun as it used to be. I still love the game, but I'm definitely burnt out of it. But this obviously isn't going to stop the chapter retrospectives. I still plan on doing those, like I mentioned earlier. But I am also the unrenowned goat of the Outlast trials. So I actually don't have any more DVD footage. So we're going to use Outlast trials footage for the ending of this video here. So if you guys enjoyed, thank you all for watching this little unscripted rant. I might do another one. I have another one planned on actually Monopoly, because I fucking hate what they've been doing over at Hasbro. It's not fucking cool with Monopoly Online. So I want to make a video just kind of yelling about that. If you guys would be interested in that. And then also a character breakdown of Robot from Invincible, his entire story from the comics. If you guys would be interested in that, that'd be like a whole thing, non-separated DVD, but I would love to do it if you guys would be interested in that. Also, thank you, Behavior, for giving Chucky a party hat skin. I actually love wearing party hat skins in video games, so this will definitely get me back to the game. And also, if you do an Outlast chapter, that will definitely be really awesome. But also, Behavior, please, please give Chucky a Phantom of the Opera skin. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.